Today's quote belongs to Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google and Alphabet, one of the most powerful immigrant in Silicon Valley, the man who built the world's most used browser and leads the planet's most visited website.
All of it traced to a two-room apartment in Chennai, where a boy learned the value of access by carrying 8 buckets of water every single morning.
To understand Sundar Pichai, you have to start somewhere that on the surface seems completely unrelated to Silicon Valley. Not California, not venture capital, not even computers really. You start in Chennai, the 1970s, a time when the most advanced piece of technology in most Indian households was a ceiling fan that worked most of the time.
Now, Chennai in the 1970s was not trying to produce global tech leaders. That wasn't the brief. It was trying to do something far more ambitious. It was trying to function.
Into this beautifully inefficient system is born a boy named Pichai Sundarajan. His father Raghunatha is an electrical engineer at British manufacturing company GEC. His mother Lakshmi is a stenographer. They are in every sense that matters doing everything right. Good education, stable jobs, upward mobility. If life were a spreadsheet, this family would be trending in the correct direction.
And yet, the output is curious. 2 rooms, 4 people. No television, no refrigerator, no car. Which, depending on how you look at it, is either a constraint or an aggressive productivity hack.
Sundar and his brother sleep in the living room, which sounds normal until you realize the living room is not just the bedroom, it is also, depending on the evening, the dining room, the study, and the entire square footage of his childhood, which is a polite way of saying there is nowhere to hide.
And then, because the universe has a sense of timing, Chennai runs out of water. Not metaphorically, literally.
The government response is swift, organized, and almost poetic in its cruelty. 8 buckets per household. Per day, not per person. Someone in a municipal office looked at a family of 4 or 8 or 10, did the arithmetic, and decided 8 buckets. That's your life. Ration accordingly.
If you've never tried to run a household on 8 buckets of water, let me save you the effort. It's not enough. An average family in India consumes 18 to 24 buckets of water per day. That's approximately 480 liters. The Pichais had to make do with just 160.
So every morning, a small ritual unfolds. Sundar, his brother, sometimes his mother, they stand in line. They wait. They fill their containers and then they carry those 8 buckets home like they are carrying something else entirely.
Because they are carrying uncertainty.
8 buckets is not just water, it is the shape of the day. Everything planned around it. Nothing wasted, not a drop.
And here is the fascinating part. Decades later, when Sundar Pichai is sitting in the boardrooms making decisions that affect billions of people, he still remembers those 8 buckets.
He still cannot sleep without a bottle of water beside his bed. Even now, even in one of the most expensive zip codes in California, the drought never fully left him.
Which raises the question, what does growing up like this actually do to a person?
Well, sometimes they grow up to run the company that gives 5 billion people access to everything they never had.
And sometimes they also never stop counting buckets.
His father earns a respectable salary by the standards of 1970s Chennai. But respectable means no cushion. Every rupee has a job.
And Sundar grows up watching his parents make little go a long way, with dignity, but without excess.
That discipline of making things work with less than you need never leaves him either.
We are going to see it surface in everything he builds and in what he decides not to charge for.
But the single moment that plants the seed of everything, the moment he still talks about 40 years later into running one of the most powerful companies on earth, arrives when he's around 10 years old.
It arrives in the shape of something small, black, and rotary.